Well, hello everyone. I wanted to film this little update to a previous review video that I had shot quite a few years ago now, and it's had quite a few hits. Several thousand people have viewed it, and it was on the Q-up lever. So here's my Thorens TD-165 turntable. It's a fully manual turntable, so there's no auto return or any of that kind of stuff. So what I did was I'm going to show you the gizzets. Here's my DIY desk cover that I built for it, and over here is the device that I'm talking about. It's the Q-up lever, and what it does is basically when you play your record, and I'll put a record on here just that I got handy. And what I'll do, there we go. And what happens is when you play the turntable, and I'll put it on the phono here, and it plays out. So if I slide it over here, you'll actually see that it turns it into a quasi semi-automatic turntable. That being said, here I'll just push it a little further so it does the run out sequence. And you'll notice it'll finish the run out, and it'll push this little button on the side, and then the arm will lift and it will stop playing and take the needle off of the record. However, the turntable still continues to turn. And so that's why I said it was a quasi-semi-automatic fix to my turntable. And in this case, so here's going to do the run out sequence here. And lifts the tone arm and takes the needle off the record, and it just continues to spin. But what I've done since that I shot that video is now I've figured out a way of making it a fully semi-automatic turntable, in that it will actually stop the turntable. It's an auto lift, not semi-automatic, so it will not return it back to the home position. So what I'd added to my stereo system, and I used to have one of these years and years and years ago. I used to fall asleep to my music all the time when we lived overseas in Europe. And we had no TV or anything, so I would set my timer to automatically shut the system off, and you know, after listening to a side of a record or whatever, and it would completely shut the system off. So I've reacquired this timer, and if I switch it over here to sleep, I'll put it on timer mode, and I'll just set however long the record is. So in this case, you know, most records are 30 minutes or 35 minutes aside. What I'll do is I'll run it right down, and there we go. I set it to 1. So now the system is running. It's on sleep for 1 minute. And so what I do is I preset all of this before and it takes 2 seconds to do it. If I'm worried about falling asleep or letting my turntable spin and spin and spin, or I can just set it each and every time that I put it on. And there you go. See how it automatically shut the system off? So I had to set it for 1 minute. And what it does is I've plugged the turntable into the back of the actually unswitched portion of the amplifier, but in turn that's plugged into the tuner or the timer, which is a switched socket on the back of the timer. So when the timer runs down on my sleep timer, bam, it shuts down the entire system, including the turntable. So I don't have to worry about it running all night and ruining a belt, or, you know, prematurely wearing the belt. So that's just another way that you can take a fully manual or a manual turntable and convert it into a semi-automatic turntable or an auto lift turntable and automatically shut it off. And it'll save a lot of wear and tear on your stylus for the Q-Up lever, which is a Canadian-made device. And I'll link that initial review that I did in my comments. And also a method of turning off your turntable so you're not wearing out your belt by letting it running for hours and hours on end without playing. So there you have it. There's my update. Hope you enjoy it, and keep on spinning. Thank you.